All right, hello everybody. This is Todd with Rise Up News. It is November 1st. We're downtown in Oshawa, Ontario for a big rally today. We're going to walk around and talk to a few people and see what's going on, see what their thoughts are. We've got a pretty good police presence. Got a cop over there, another police officer hiding over there, if you can see him. And we're all peaceful protesters, but you know they got to be here anyways. Well, let's go check it out. Let's talk to a few people and let's see what's going on. All right, I figure we just go talk to these two police officers and see what's going on. How are you today, officers? Not too bad. Beautiful day to be out and about.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, anything exciting going on today? No? Just here to keep the peace?
Here to keep
all
the
that
peace.
stuff. Awesome, good stuff. Yeah, I think you got a pretty peaceful group here today. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Pretty friendly.
Right on. Yeah, I just thought I saw you guys all. You got quite the presence here, so you know, just wanted to make sure you guys are not getting ready to shut us down or anything like that. We're all peaceful, and that's good because we love you got all these people here you're talking to. These are all the people that love the police, man. None of us are like, you know, defund the police people or anything like that. We all believe in law enforcement and all that. So I just wanted to come over and chat with you guys and tell you that we love you, and you know, we're glad we've got good police in the country. So appreciate you. All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot. All right, well, let's walk around and talk to a few other people. See what we got here. We got a pretty good crowd. Go around, see what we got. Would you like to chat a little bit?
Not really.
No? Talk to Grant. Hey, how you doing there, big guy?
Good, Todd, you?
Not too bad. So, Bert brings you out here today.
Oh, I'm just loving it today.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're coming out for a good freedom rally.
Right on, and you're representing?
We're here with Northumberland Rise Up.
Northumberland Rise Up, right on, representing COB.
Yeah.
Well, I just had a chat with the police officers. They seem pretty good there. The one officer was giving me some dirty looks, but, you know, what's he going to do?
Strategically positioned all around here, but it's a peaceful group. We're here to peacefully stand up for Canadian freedoms, and the last thing we want is any kind of violence or anger here. So.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I told them. I said, the group you got here are all pro-police. We're not, like, defund the police people. We love our police, and I said we're glad that we've got good police. So that's where I stand with those guys. I like the cops.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. We love them.
Right on.
Without them anyways.
Yeah, for sure. That's for sure. All right, we'll walk around a little bit more, chat with you guys. You guys want to chat a little bit? No? How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
What brings you out here today?
I'm actually a musician. I'm playing with one of the other musicians, but I'd be here anyway. I go to all the other events in my area.
Oh, right on. You want to give yourself a promotion here? Tell me who you are and all that stuff?
I'd rather not, if that's okay. But
oh yeah, I'm just
these people if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing today? I recognize you a little bit.
Yeah, we're in from Port Hope and Coburg.
That's right, represent.
We want to help Oshawa today because, you know, the more the merrier.
Right on. So I guess we got breaking the weather. Everybody seems pretty happy and peaceful.
I'm really pleased it's not pouring rain.
Yeah. It was a good rain on the way up here on the highway, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad it's no snow too.
Yeah.
So we chased it away, all our good vibes, you know, like, yep, let's be healthy and tell everybody else that this, anyway, get out and get fresh air. Yeah. It's the best thing we can do.
That's right. What brings you here today, sir?
Well, I'm just out here to support everybody in freedom. Essentially, I see it as we're winning, and it's just a matter of time now, and that's it. Like, the elites are going to lose this battle. Like our consensus here, everywhere I go and see these people, they're more beautiful than even in a church. These are some of the most loving, beautiful people I've ever met in my life.
Right on. Yeah, it does seem like the establishment is in their death blows right now. They're going down like a hard sack of potatoes, and they're just throwing haymakers. That's what COVID is. That's what the lockdown is. But we're just not buying the BS. We can smell it when we see it.
The information technology available today is incredible. The brilliance of the people across the globe, and it comes from all facets of life. Youth, 30-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 80-year-olds. They all know this is wrong. There's a whole flock of people that are buying the government laws, stipulations. They're not laws, they're not stipulations. We're free people, and more people are realizing it every day.
Are you a mask wearer, or do you not wear a mask?
No, I do not wear a mask. I've got nothing to fear. I got COPD. I have nothing to fear.
A question for you. I don't wear a mask either, and I've actually been kicked out of a couple establishments. Do you have any personal stories you want to share about establishments that wouldn't serve you?
I've had the McDonald's once, and I don't care. Because they're not alert or not aware, that's not my problem. They should be aware. They should accept everybody for who they are. They're destroying all of our small community businesses in the process. Amazon, all these companies are prospering. Facebook's prospering. It's mom and pop operations that aren't. And that's where the problem is. We're losing our independence.
Copy that. You got anything you'd like to say in closing?
No, that's it in closing. We're going to win. That's what I'm going to say in closing.
Damn right. Thanks a lot.
History is being erased.
All right, I'm here with a fellow Trump supporter. I was walking through the crowd and I saw, can I see your Make America Great Again hat? I saw that hat right there and I knew I had a friend. So can you just tell me your name and tell me why you're here today?
Stephanie. I'm here because the masks are stupid.
Half of them look like nurses.
And Stephanie, how do you feel about the mask mandate? Do you wear a mask when you go out? If not, have you had any incidences of businesses not serving you or anything like that?
I don't wear a mask. I've had businesses ask me. I won't put a mask on, and I still shop and I ignore them. And they don't really fight me.
If you like someone, you want to be in a relationship with them, what do you
Now, with this lockdown, have you been affected by the lockdown? Have you lost employment? What is your situation given with the restrictions of the lockdown?
It's just made my life miserable. Just doing all the stuff I need to do. Lineups to get into Costco's are huge. I haven't been to Costco in 7 months now. Things like that.
Got super high last week. He actually fought.
Now, here's the big question I ask people: vaccines. Coming down the pipe is the mandated vaccines. How do you feel about vaccines? And would you be willing to take a coronavirus vaccine should the government mandate that?
Well, now that you're laughing about the COVID vaccine, probably not. No, I'm not for vaccines now that I know what's in them. I didn't know it was in them. I was always promoting them as a nurse, and now I don't get them, and I'm glad our nurses unions are actually fighting back against us having to wear masks and getting vaccines for the job.
You know? Now I'm attracted
Excellent. And do you see an end in sight with COVID? How long do you think this is going to be going on?
I think they're going to run this until people really stand up and say enough.
Everyone's moving, everyone's leaving Toronto.
That's great. And do you have anything you want to say in closing, or any stories you'd like to share about your experiences over the last several months with this plandemic?
No, Trump 2020, Trump 2024 and beyond.
Oh, here's the last question. Who do you think, if Trump wins, this is what I think, if Trump wins, who do you think they're going to run in 2024?
Except you can hear your
I don't know.
And you can smell it too.
I don't know.
Can I tell you who I think?
Yeah, sure.
I think they're going to run Ivanka and Don Jr.
Oh, yeah, probably Ivanka then.
Yeah. I think Ivanka would be the first female president. That would be awesome. And I'm seeing Don Jr. out in the forefront a lot. He's getting a lot of exposure. And in my opinion, I think they're grooming Don Jr. for the presidency run in 2024. What are your thoughts? Would you vote for Don Jr.?
Yeah. I vote for the whole Trump family.
And not just because he's a hunk either, right?
No, I don't find him attractive at all.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Steph. I appreciate that. Take care.
This isn't about keeping us safe or going back to normal. The governments are using this virus to strip us of our fundamental rights and freedoms in the name of safety.
And we got the bubble machine going here. Lots of bubbles. Lots of good folk out here. They've actually got a table set up for some food for some of the homeless have come by and grabbed a sandwich. Got lots of them. You folks here, would you like to tell us why you're here today?
Here to protest the measures.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Whereabouts are you from?
From Oshawa here.
You're in Oshawa, born and raised. Yourself, sir?
Peterborough.
Peterborough, man. Right. Are you with Peterborough Rise Up?
I am. Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Good to see the numbers out here. We got a break in the weather, and it's good to see my fellow Canadians waking up. I'm just a young, early YouTuber. I'm trying to start a YouTube channel. So
good job.
yeah, thanks. I'm working on.
Interview in where was it? In Northumberland.
Yeah, the Northumberland Rise Up. I've had some good interviews there. A lot of people with my hat, they won't speak to me. I actually had a guy yesterday, I tried to interview him, and he looked at my MAGA hat, and he's like, I don't like your hat, I'm not going to talk to you. So, right on, thanks.
You'll get all kinds.
Yeah.
And if we don't start talking to one another, regardless of our differences, then I think we're in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I agree. What is your feeling with the mask mandate? How do you feel about mask mandates and the lockdown?
Well, it's a mess. There's no reason for it. It's getting to be almost cliche to be talking about this stuff because there's no science behind it. There's no medicine behind it. The media's not covering 90% of what we need to be hearing. Whether you agree with it or not, if news was actually unbiased, we'd be getting both sides of a story, and we're not. We're not hearing about the lawsuit in Toronto. We're not hearing about the 640 doctors that met in Spain. We're not hearing about, the doctors that met on Capitol Hill, or the extra parliamentary commission in Germany. There's on and on and on it's going. We're not hearing about these people, and they're scientists. They're scientists. They're medical professionals, but we're not hearing a word from them. Why not?
Now I got one for you. Do you wear a mask when you go out?
I will die or go to jail before I wear a mask.
Now, do you have any personal stories you could share with us about being kicked out of restaurants or not served or anything like that? I myself have been kicked out of a number of retailants, been called some really great names and whatnot. Do you have any personal stories like that?
No, I mean, there was only one retail outlet that I actually left without bothering to raise any kind of a fuss because I wasn't really interested in being in there anyway. I just stopped in for a quick second. But everybody else has been, so far, in my experience anyway, has been fairly congenial. They understand. The trouble is most people don't understand what the law actually is. The law doesn't apply to you and I, the people out in the street, the customers. The laws, the way they're written, number one, they don't apply to anybody, but number one, they apply to the businesses. And the business is required by the bylaw to educate the customer, to let the customer know that the customer should wear a mask. Once they've done that, they've met their obligation, whether it's verbally or with a sign. And if they do that, the customer has the right to say, I am exempt. And once they've done that, the entire issue is gone. There is zero else to talk about. There's no legal obligation by anyone. However, that's a code. That's an act. Code and statutes don't apply to people. They apply to corporations, like the people that work for the city. They don't apply to us at all. But they're not telling us that. We were never told that. So they don't actually even have jurisdiction over it, and they don't tell us that either. So they can try to fine us. They can give you a fine, but then they can try to make you pay it, but you actually don't have to pay it because there's no way. They don't have jurisdiction over making you pay it.
Yeah. They actually don't even issue a bench warrant for it if you don't pay it. So there's really, it's just smoke and mirrors.
That's right. Because if there was a law saying we'd be able to see where that law was passed. We'd be able to look up what the fines are and when they were, brought into legislation, which is another funny word, but doesn't mean anything to us. So people are catching on, though, and I think that's important. And things like this will actually help bring that out.
Last question: vaccines.
There hasn't been a vaccine made that's helped anyone. It's all been the same. It's the same. It's a bigger agenda, bigger problem. I know a lot of people argue that vaccines saved humanity. It's actually not true. If you look at government data, government statistics, you see all of the real communicable diseases. They all pretty much disappeared in the early part of the 20th century because of things like hygiene and better nutrition and refrigeration.
Plumbing.
Well, I was just going to say, what I meant by hygiene is actually public sanitation, but also hygiene in amongst ourselves, indoor toilets, things like that. So these are the things that made diseases go away, and stronger immunities. After the Depression and things, people had more access to food. They were healthier, and you're able to. And that's what it's all about: is keeping a strong immune system will fight off basically anything. I know a lot of people have great exceptions with that. They talk about polio, and they talk about the Spanish flu, which was neither Spanish nor a flu. And polio is a completely different. Polio is the same as COVID-19, I believe. It's a complete messed up story. It's a trick. It's a lie. Based series of lies.
Is there anything you'd like to add in closing?
I think that's pretty much it.
Well, Peterborough Rise Up, thanks for representing. Appreciate you. Well, thank you, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed this edition of Rise Up News. Again, my name is Todd Noel. I want to thank everybody who came out today in Oshawa and showed support. I want to thank Durham Rise Up. I want to thank The Line. I want to thank Hugs Over Masks. I want to thank Peterborough Rise Up. I want to thank Northumberland Rise Up. I want to thank everybody for their wonderful, kind words today. I appreciate all the speakers. I appreciate all the support I see out there. I'm going to do my best to bring you the unedited news of what's going on. I'm going to get out to as many rallies and as many things as I can. I'm still a new YouTuber, so bear with me, but I really appreciate everybody, and thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you again at the next episode of Rise Up News. Talk to you later.